In this video, we are going to be attempting to do pattern number 5, which is still part of the beginner level difficulty. This one's actually not too bad. It probably looks more complicated than it actually is, but you can see really at the heart of it, it's probably some type of like a square that has rounded corners, and it overlaps with another square kind of set behind it that's about half the size. So it's really just two different sizes of the same effect overlapping with rounded corners. Shouldn't be too bad. You can see even when I did this myself, really not too many nodes involved. Let's see if we can do this kind of the same way. We're going to do Command N to make a new graph. This will be pattern 5, 2048 by 2048, empty set. Okay, we're coming over here. My 3D view is showing the previous pattern, I think from the first one. We're going to ignore that for a second. Let's just look at the 2D. We're going to start off by doing actually a checker pattern, and I'll show you why we're doing this. Because I could do a square and make it tile, but watch this. If I do a checker, it's going to come back here, okay? So imagine these being the different checkers. So it's not rotated right yet. Let's go back. Okay, rotate 45 degrees. That's a good start. Let's bring the tiling down, and you'll notice that I'm kind of getting closer to what's happening here. Okay, so that has a tile of 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's more of in the middle. Let's go back here. Let's go to 3. Let's go down. 2 might be close enough. Okay, almost there. Let's gonna click on this. Check this one more time. Let's try doing an edge detect and see what this looks like. So I'm going to edge detect the checker. And this is kind of why we're doing this, is because since these have different values, the edge detect is just going to be able to feed off that really, really easy. And the cool thing here as well is the edge detect has that roundness built into it, which is exactly what this is already doing. Let's get the thickness up too. So I'm going to make this maybe a thickness of like 5. Nope, let's not go that much. Let's do 3. And then we're just going to bump up that roundness. There we go. All right, let's just double check that with the reference. That's pretty close. Actually, I might have overshot the thickness just a little bit. Let's do like 2.5. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good about that. All right. Not too bad. Now let's try to offset this, and I want to see if I can just get this into the right position without using a tile generator. So what happens if I do, let's see, if I do 0.5 offset, you can see that just repeats. Let's do 0.25. Oh, look what happened. Now I'm doing a quarter of the horizontal offset, which is just moving it here to here. It's basically just pulling it off the center just to the side a little bit. But I was trying to get that kind of center one with that kind of X effect around it, because that is kind of what we're seeing here. So there's just one simple offset. Now from here, I think we can scale this down and combine it with the previous one. Let's do another transform. We're going to make the smaller ones. I'm going to connect this into it up here, and I'm going to do times, nope, not that was back up, divided by 2 to cut it back. So this is kind of scaling it down a lot so it repeats more. But when I blend these together, watch what happens. Okay, so we have this in here and that. We're going to go over here. We're going to do multiply, and look what we get. Let's just check the reference again and see if that's exactly what we needed. That looks pretty good. I think we got it. And again, because this whole thing is node-based, you can tell this is a really easy one. If you kind of come back here to some of the earlier ones, anything you do to the edge detect will update on all these guys. So if I ever felt like, you know, the thickness was wrong, if I want to go down to 1, it changes. It needs to be thicker, go up to 4, it's updating. So really cool stuff. It's all node-based, but you can tell this guy's not too bad. And that's it. So we've already got pattern 5 kind of knocked out pretty easily.